Good morning. Sergeant First Class Reginald Knight, retired, reporting. Well, the toddler in chief just could not do it. He could not bring himself to be presidential when addressing the nation about the Charlie Kirk assassination / murder. He had an opportunity to soothe the nation's nerves, put people at ease, and set a different tone for all Americans to follow. But instead, he continued his divisive rhetoric, and most of the things that have come out of his mouth brought us to that fateful shooting yesterday, just after noon Pacific time. He is the one, when he was campaigning, telling his followers to knock the hell out of a guy when he was saying something that Trump did not appreciate. He is the one that said to fight like hell or you won't have a country, as 1,500 plus MAGA supporters descended upon the White House on January 6th and did extensive damage, to include the unaliving of 8 people, including Ashley Babbitt, because she was there to support him. These MAGA acolytes are the same ones that laughed when Nancy Pelosi's husband was attacked with a hammer. Found it a joke, tweeted it all over the place. Don't take my word for it. You can still pull them up. This is the same person that told the New York police that I wish he would treat these protesters rough for about 2 or 3 minutes. Anyway, you get the point. But his orange ass has the audacity to come on national TV and blame Democrats for all the nation's maladies. You know, there's one thing about, I don't want to be president. I am not qualified to be president, but I do know right from wrong. And when you are a leader, you have a responsibility not to some of the people, not just the people that you like, but all the people. And instead of sending the nation forward in lockstep like we did on 9/11, he has pitted one against the other. The so-called left against the so-called right, alleging that one is more violent than the other. Well, all I can tell you is over the last 5 years, of all the school and mass shootings we've had, most of them, the preponderance, have been white male MAGA supporters. That is a statistical fact, and it cannot be argued. All you have to do is look it up. I will leave with something that South Park quoted in a tongue-in-cheek, but I really do believe it, that it is inappropriate to call the president a motherfucker, but it is inappropriate to call this motherfucker president. Donald Trump does not possess the skill, the temperament, or the wisdom to head the most powerful nation on earth. And all he has done in the last months is drag us down to a place I never thought we would be. And for the record, I thought that assassination of Charlie Kirk was horrible. Cash Patel don't know his ass from a hole in the ground, because clearly they're looking for a military-trained sniper. One shot, didn't aim for the head, aimed for an artery, threw the weapon down, and disappeared into the background. That's military. But of course, this is what happens when you run your mouth and surround yourself with a bunch of incompetent racists. The country is torn asunder and things fall apart. Sergeant First Class Reginald Knight, retired, reporting. If you like my videos, please like, share, and follow me on YouTube. Sunday is my last day on TikTok. Have a good day.